The giant Walmart store is a busy place during the day. Families push carts filled with groceries and household goods. But when the sun goes down and the last customers leave, a different feeling takes over the store. The bright lights still hum, but the vast space feels empty and strangely quiet. It is a world known only to the night shift workers. They move through the silent aisles, restocking shelves and preparing for the morning rush. The silence can be comforting to some, but to others it feels a little unsettling. Every creak of the building or distant hum of a freezer seems louder in the quiet. Sometimes the automatic doors at the entrance will whoosh open and close even when no one is there. The workers might tell themselves it is just the wind, or a sensor acting up. But a small part of them might wonder if something else is moving in the shadows of the closed store. The night crew at one particular Walmart began to share stories, hushed whispers in the break room about things they had seen. These were not tales of dramatic events, but rather quiet, unsettling moments that started to add up, painting a picture of something unusual happening after closing time. The first descriptions of the figure were surprisingly similar. Several employees working in different parts of the store on different nights reported seeing an older woman. She wore clothes that seemed very out of date, like something from many decades ago. Some described a faded floral dress, the kind their grandmothers might have worn. She moved slowly, almost deliberately, down the aisles. She never seemed to be looking for anything specific, or rather, she seemed to be looking at everything with a gentle curiosity. One employee stocking shelves in the health and beauty section saw her drift past the end of the aisle. The woman did not make a sound. Her shoes, if she was wearing any that made noise, were completely silent on the polished floor. The employee called out, thinking perhaps a customer had been overlooked at closing, but the woman did not respond. She simply continued her slow progress, eventually turning a corner and disappearing from view. The descriptions consistently painted a picture of someone harmless, perhaps a little lost or confused. As more night shift employees started to share their experiences, a pattern began to emerge. The sightings were not isolated incidents. One young man, new to the night crew, was stocking soda in aisle 12. He felt a sudden drop in temperature like a cold breeze, even though the store's air conditioning was steady. He looked up and saw an elderly woman in an old-fashioned dress at the far end of the aisle. She was looking at the shelves, her back mostly to him. He blinked, and when he looked again, she was gone. A woman working in the clothing department had a similar story. She was organizing racks of new arrivals when she saw the figure out of the corner of her eye. The older woman was standing near a display of children's shoes, her hands clasped behind her back. The employee turned to ask if she needed help, but the figure vanished. All that remained was a faint, almost unidentifiable scent, like old perfume or dried flowers. Naturally, some of the more concerned employees decided to report these strange sightings to the store management. They described the woman in detail, recounted their unsettling encounters, and expressed their growing unease about working alone in the vast, quiet store at night. The managers listened, some with skepticism, others with a more open mind. The safety and comfort of their employees were important, so they promised to look into the matter. The first logical step was to check the store's extensive network of security cameras. These cameras covered nearly every inch of the store, operating day and night. The security team was tasked with reviewing the footage from the times and locations of the reported sightings. Employees provided specific dates, approximate times, and aisle numbers where they had seen the mysterious woman. The security personnel diligently scanned through hours of recordings. They watched the footage from the grocery aisles, the clothing department, the health and beauty section, and the main thoroughfares of the store. They looked for any sign of an elderly woman in outdated clothes, moving silently through the store as described by the night crew. The results were baffling, and for the employees who had seen her, deeply frustrating. The security cameras showed absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. The blank screens offered no answers, only more questions, and a growing sense that something truly unexplainable was happening. The mystery of the night wanderer at Walmart was never officially solved. Without any physical evidence or camera footage, there was little that management could do beyond reassuring their staff. The sightings, though, did not entirely stop. They became less frequent, perhaps, or maybe employees became more hesitant to report them after the cameras showed nothing. Yet the legend of the elderly woman in old-fashioned clothes continued to circulate among the night shift workers, a spooky tale whispered during late-night coffee breaks. She became their own quiet, unseen customer. The impact on the employees was noticeable. For some, it added a layer of unease to their nightly routine. Every flicker of the lights, every unexpected sound, every cold draft might make them wonder if she was nearby. They might find themselves glancing over their shoulders more often, or feeling a prickle on their skin when walking down a particularly long and empty aisle. The story fostered a strange kind of camaraderie among those who believed or had experienced something. They shared a secret that the daylight world of the store and its cameras could not perceive. The tale of Walmart's night wanderer serves as a reminder that even in the most modern and brightly lit environments, the unexplained can find a way to make its presence felt.